You are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday, and you know what those days mean. It's time for another AEW Event Center report for either Dynamite, Rampage, or Collision. And now, here is the host of the AEW Event Center Wrestling Report, New Bedford's version of Tony Schiavone, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans 1977, episode number 1811, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. I'll tell you what, it's less than 200 episodes away from 2000. I might reach that by next year, and that could be the honest truth. But forget my appearance. It's all going to change. It's over the weekend. A little friendly reminder over the weekend. Due to a memorial service that I'm attending this coming Saturday, I have been given Saturday off. Even though my original plan wasn't to take Saturday off, but to work an hour earlier, but my boss felt it would make a lot of sense to have it off. So I said, okay, fine, but in exchange, I will work an extra hour for 4 days, to cover up those 4 hours. He said, fine. So I've been working till 11 o'clock yesterday, today, and I'm going to do it tomorrow and Friday, and then have Saturday off. And that's the deal. So you might see a lot of the videos that I usually do crumple up on Saturday early. Like I usually do the 3 videos. I usually do the wrestling videos of SmackDown and AEW Rampage, then the Card Strikes videos, and then usually AEW Collision. That can all change, so that'd be really cool. Also, man, I just am really excited. I feel like AEW just delivered an early Christmas gift for me, and I will tell you what that is during my AEW report. Here, AEW Event Center report for November the 30th, November the 13th, excuse me, get too excited, there's a lot of things going on here in November, 2024. So it kicked off with the Bang Bang Gang's Jay White, the Switchblade, and Juice Robinson, the luckiest man on the face of the planet, being married to one of my favorite ladies of AEW, that's Timeless Toni Storm, teaming up against Hangman Adam Page and Christian Cage, Page and Cage. They don't age. Anyways, heck of a matchup between the two. Nick Wayne was trying to get involved, but then Hook attacked him, and then Mother Wayne and Kip Sabian get involved during the matchup, distracting the Bang Bang Gang, and ended up and Hangman Adam Page and Christian Cage ended up winning the matchup, and so that could be set more than with Jay White and Hangman Adam Page at Full Gear. Renee Paquette interviewing Mercedes Moné about her title defense against TBS title defense against Chris Statlander at Full Gear, and then she was getting upset with Camille. Chris Statlander was standing behind, and then she attacked Mercedes Moné. Camille tried to come out. She gets clobbered by Chris Statlander, and that's where. And both Statlander and Camille go through a wall in the backstage area. Meanwhile, Tony Schiavone interviewed Will Ospreay, and Will Ospreay says, Tony, I got a lot of respect for you. Get out of the ring, I gotta call out Kyle Fletcher. Tony Schiavone, being an understanding person that he is, steps out of the ring. Kyle Fletcher comes out, and he decided, I'm going to challenge you, Ospreay. I want to exceed you. I'm going to surpass you. And the way to do that, fight you at Full Gear. And Will Ospreay says, challenge accepted. But then Brian Cage and Lance Archer show up next to Fletcher, and Will Ospreay goes, I got some friends too. And then Mark Davis and Powerhouse Hobbs show up. All 6 brawled out, and there was a point where Mark Davis froze in front of Kyle Fletcher, and Will Ospreay kicks him and goes, what are you doing? And so they brawl it out. Meanwhile, Lance Archer was in the ring waiting for his matchup against Roderick Strong. As Roderick Strong's entrance music comes out, Lance Archer was waiting by the entrance. Roderick Strong clobbers him with a kendo stick. These two guys went at it. Falls count anywhere. Mike Bennett and Matt Taven were getting involved in the matchup. Well, Lance Archer pushed him aside. And then and Roderick Strong ended up winning that matchup. Meanwhile, then Roderick Strong went on the mic addressing MJF after the match and saying he's going to beat you. And he's going to beat MJF's butt. Konosuke Takeshita attacks him from behind. And then Adam Cole comes out. They have their matchup, Adam Cole and Konosuke Takeshita. And during the matchup, Takeshita's got the Dynamite Diamond ring that MJF loaned them. And Takeshita was using it, punches out Adam Cole with it. 1, 2, 3, Takeshita wins the matchup. And MJF was sitting in his mansion, cracking up, laughing. There's something wrong, isn't there? Anyways. Yeah, MJF was cracking up, laughing at the whole situation. Sorry, folks. I'm going to shave this beard, there's no doubt. But I got to look presentable anyways for this coming Saturday's memorial service. So there's a lot of dignitaries are going to be there, possibly. And there's a possibility that some old friends are going to show up there as well. So that could be people I've not seen in years. That's another thing too that I have to keep in mind. So I got to look presentable, at least look good. Sometimes you want to amaze people. Sometimes Anyways. And then Roderick Strong comes back out to attack Konosuke Takeshita. Kyle O'Reilly, as Takeshita was getting the upper hand, Kyle O'Reilly comes out with a chair and chases off Takeshita. And then he retreats. But then as Takeshita was retreating, Ricochet attacks Takeshita and retreats, but leaves the title behind, and Ricochet was holding it. Meanwhile, Kyle O'Reilly was shaking hands with Roderick Strong. But then when Adam Cole went out to extend his hand, he walked away. But then Cole and O'Reilly were shaking hands afterward. Cole and Strong were shaking hands afterwards too. So they probably seen what's up with that with Kyle O'Reilly. So a lot of bitterness between those two. But possibly from the NXT days. Remember that fight between those two? Meanwhile, the Death Riders arrived at the arena in the black truck, and Renee Paquette was interviewed at Hurt Syndicate as they address Swerve Strickland, as Bobby Lashley will be in his first matchup, in-ring debut for AEW at Full Gear as he faces Swerve Strickland. And then Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli of the Death Riders were attacking J.D. Drake. John Moxley comes out, addresses Orange Cassidy. Cassidy comes out and responds to Moxley. And then Cassidy knew that Moxley's got backup, so he calls on the conglomerations Mark Briscoe and Rocky Romero. And then they decide, and then as they head to the ring, the Death Riders decided to retreat through the crowd. As they were doing that, Darby Allin was off one of those entrances that go to the inside the arena for the seats, in a pink mask, jumps off, attacks Moxley, and then the conglomeration joins in on the fight. And then they tried to retreat, and then Darby Allin and Claudio Castagnoli fight it out. But then after Claudio Castagnoli hit Darby Allin with a swing on the metal doors, Moxley and Shafir already jumped in the truck. Claudio Castagnoli decided to go, but then Wheeler Yuta came running into the back and said, "Go, go, go," and they retreat. Meanwhile, Renee Paquette interviewed the Learning Tree and asking Chris Jericho if he accepts Tomohiro Ishii's challenge. And Chris Jericho goes, "Yes, I am going to accept the challenge once again." Then women's action. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, faces Penelope Ford, 2 AEW originals. And the Doc won the matchup, and then Serena D comes out to confront Baker after the match, and she's running her mouth. Baker's running her mouth as well. But then, my favorite part of the night. Renee Paquette was interviewing the lovely, the gorgeous, the Venus of Stardom. Also, the angel of AEW, Mina Shirakawa. And she said she was really excited about Mariah May's matchup against Anna Jay. And then she goes, afterwards, we'll have a fun time celebrating. But then another of my favorite ladies from AEW, still my beating heart, Miss Harley Cameron. Comes out, grabs the champagne glass from Mina Shirakawa, drinks it all up, throws it down, and decided to challenge her to a matchup. AEW Collision this Saturday night, 8 o'clock. Christmas came early for me. Two of my favorite ladies are going to go at it. Going to go at it one-on-one this coming Saturday. I can't wait for that matchup. It's one of my dream matches. Harley Cameron, Mina Shirakawa. Lord Jesus, have mercy on my soul. Forgive me, Father. I'm telling you right now. I like the main event with those two ladies, if you know what I mean. But neither here nor there. Might I digress, as Taz would say. But I could not stop thinking about that matchup. I just posted something about it on X. Let's just say, yeah, it was funny when they were doing the little shimmy. Renee Paquette tried to stop the whole thing. Just a minute, Renee. You don't have boobs like those two do. But might I digress again? Sorry about this, folks. Mina Shirakawa versus Harley Cameron. Can't wait for that matchup. You know, yes, I do still like Timeless Tony Storm, but I think Timeless Tony Storm is now ranked third. Now, ranked third because we haven't seen her on TV for quite a while. So I'll see what happens there. Yep. So Mina Shirakawa, Harley Cameron, they're my top two favorite ladies now. That's it. And Swerve Strickland went one-on-one with Leo Rush, Leo Rush with a history with Bobby Lashley during his WWE days would want to join the Hurt Syndicate, but Swerve won the matchup, and then Swerve Strickland addresses the Hurt Syndicate after the matchup, calls him out. MVP and Bobby Lashley show up to respond to Swerve, but then Shelton Benjamin attacks Swerve from behind, and while Lashley fights Swerve, Prince Nana tried to retreat and save his own life, but MVP grabs him, and then Prince Nana was forced to watch while Swerve was being attacked. But then, as Prince Nana was checking up on Swerve, Lashley grabs him and throws him out of the ring. Disrespectful. Renee Paquette interviewed Jamie Hayter about what's next with Jamie Hayter, and that's about to say something. Well, a Julia Hart video vignette interrupts Jamie Hayter. Is Julia Hart going to challenge Jamie Hayter to a match? We'll find out for sure. Private Party was coming out for the main event of the night, where another Full Gear 4-way qualifier. FTR versus the Kings of Black Throne. That would be Malachi Black and Brody King. Now, the winner of that matchup will face not only Private Party, but also the Outrunners in a fatal 4-way match at Collision for the tag team titles. But there's one more match for the final qualifier. The Kings of the Black Throne won a hard-fought match, and both teams shook hands after the matchup. And that one more matchup will be also at Collision this coming Saturday as the Los Facción Ingobernables to face the Acclaimed. And it seems to me that's going to be a heck of a matchup. Well, that's all the time we have on this show after this video. Tomorrow we got Pressure Luck, we got TNA, but also we got Rant and Rave at 8 o'clock. And I can't wait for that. Find out what the heck is going on there. So, thank you for tuning in. And, again, Mina Shirakawa, Harley Cameron, heaven. That's all I'm going to say. Total heaven. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the show. So until the next episode goes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with Raven Beaufort Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.